This is a continuation on the saga that is starting this engine. So I just had a dummy moment where I didn't have a fuse in the courtesy circuit, which is the constant power to the Dakota digital box. I've put this fuse in there. I was thinking to myself, why don't you just follow the directions, man? Do what American Auto Wire told you to do. So, all right, let's get this. All right. So, fuse is in the right spot. Wires are connected. Let's see if it runs. Power. Alright, so I just added a little more timing. I believe my ignition switch is bad, so I have it on, and I'm just going to short it so the ignition remains on, and I can not worry about that stupid ignition switch for now. So here we go. Maybe one at 180 out, actually. Popping through the carb. It's a little sketch. Well, we know it's making a spark now, that's good. Yeah, distributor's 180 out. Here goes nothing. Oops. Oop. I think it needs more fuel, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, the more I give it, the more it likes it.
Okay. Man.
Whew.
Look at it.
I know.
Flip it around.
Yeah. Well, as long as I'm not scorching the paint, I don't care. It's fine.
Birthmark.
Yeah, it's time to verify top dead center, because I think we're really close, but I do think it needs more timing. Or maybe it needs less. I don't know. It seems to gurgle when I had less timing, but it also seems real thirsty. Oh, doesn't sound right. Just doesn't sound right. Maybe I had it in right. Yeah, it seems like it's super late.
When you flipped at 180, is that advancing?
No, it's actually, so it's hitting the right spark plugs in order. Whereas if it was 180 out, it would hit the opposite end of the number one plug. So I guess it would be, I don't remember the firing order off the top of my head, but it would be the opposite. Terminal on the distributor cap would be, it would think it's number one.
Right.
So to me, I think it's in 180 now, whereas it was not in 180. I think I just didn't have enough timing.
I see.
So it's all a very valuable lesson for us all.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It smells like gingerbread man.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's just brand new paint.
Graham crackers.
Baking off my car. Alright, now that the starter's cooled down, there was fluid leaking out of the starter. I think it was just dielectric grease. I hope. But it stopped leaking, so I think it was just cooking out of there when we were hitting the starter hard. So, alright, distributor is back in its, we think, correct spot. Again, it's kind of hard to tell for me, but I don't know. Alright, ignition is on. Let's do this again. Fire a little bit. So that is advanced. Let's try that. Huh. That just doesn't seem right. Definitely a timing issue. Definitely a timing, but we're making spark. That's what's important here. So, I have to figure out where the timing is in this thing. I'm going to start with basics. Go back and bar this thing over and make sure everything is where it needs to be. So give me a sec and I'll do that. You guys have all seen this stuff before. Alright, so back to basics here. We're verifying we're on top dead center. So these two rockers, fancy rockers, huh? These two rockers should be parallel with each other because both valves are closed. So by demonstrating with a straight edge here, you can see that there is no rocking in between the two, which means they are closed. So that tells us we're on our compression stroke, as far as I know. And then the second check we do is, and we're no experts, but this is just what I've learned over the years. So my number one spark plug here. Now it's confusing to me because I've heard two things. I've heard the rotor should be pointed at the number one cylinder, or pointed at the number one plug on the rotor, or I'm sorry, the cap. In this case, it's pointed at the number one cylinder on the distributor cap. I shouldn't have said cylinder, I should have just said cap, number one post on the cap. And in fact, there's the angle, it is. So make sure you can see that. Oh, there you go. So there's the clock and cap. There we go. So now that's number one, has always been on the cap, rotor's pointed at it. So now I'm going to tighten down the distributor cap, plug the mag pickup back in, put the ground back on, put the valve cover back on, and see if we can fire this thing. Alright, so we've got the timing verified at top dead center. Ignition's on, mag pickup is hooked up. I added some more timing to it. Let's see what happens. Try not to burn my eyebrows off either. Well, that can't be good. Barely see it. Timing. I'm gonna bump it. Tell me when I'm close to the 0. Can you see it? The sticker yet?
No. A little more. Oh, you went
Too far?
Yeah.
You want to do the honors?
Of
Yeah, all you're doing is just cranking it. And while you're cranking it, I'm going to shoot it and see where the timing is.
okay.
So I'm just going to be able to get in here and without ruining my timing light with the fan. This is going to be interesting. All right, go ahead. Jesus.
Going?
Yep. It's way retarded. So that'll be there. So that'll go here. Let's see where that puts us. All right, go ahead. Okay. 0. It's so hard to see, like with everything in the way. I can't get a good straight shot at it. So the timing mark's like under the water pump. So it was far too advanced. Now it's at 0. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Spots. I can get this one. It's like, what was that? What is going on? That is so bizarre.
180 again?
I don't think so, honestly. We just verified it wasn't. Alright, well. Kill the camera for now. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so back today, getting after this thing. Gosh, it was so weird yesterday. It was like I had it at 0 degrees of timing, and it had a few moments where it was going to start, so I'm thinking add timing. Nah, I don't think so. I think I should have just left it right where it was and continued on at that set point. So I've got it right back where it was when it was burbling. Again, it's hard to see my timing mark on the balancer, and of course it's a sticker for some reason. I wish it wasn't, but apparently the balancer was put on incorrectly, and then they put a sticker on it. So not happy about that, but it is what it is. If it runs, I can always take it off and re-index it, or I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm not gonna let that stuff bother me. I just got to keep pushing forward and try not to be as ignorant. But yeah, this is it's gonna run. It might take me, an hour of collective video footage to get it done, but you just got to keep pushing forward. So it's frustrating, but it just is what it is. I mean, that's just the nature. I think every car, well, almost every car I've built has a moment where you're like, what am I doing wrong? But ignorance is bliss, right? No, it's not. It's frustrating. So here we go, magnet today. Hopefully we'll see more than just flames out of the carburetor today. Come on, baby. Almost. Well, we know it fires. Well, we know it's burning fuel, we'll say. Ruin that paint. Okay. Clearly we're going in the right direction. Now that I have no eyebrows, she's gonna run. That's running. Idle speed. did it. I did it. I'm happy about it. It's a runner. Thanks for hanging in with me. Yeah, this isn't always easy, man. You guys got to just trust the process and walk away if you can't figure it out. That's the best advice I can give you. This happens more often than not, honestly. It's just, you know, if you're not the guy that built the engine, you're kind of just got to go by feel and hearing and sight. So, but yeah, super stoked this thing runs. Sounds good. No knocking, no weirdness. Oil pressure is probably more than what the gauge can portray because it pegged at 80 psi. Might be the fuel oil stabilizer in there, which tends to thicken things up, but it does work really well according to Engine Builder, I know. So but yeah, thanks for hanging in with me. We are far from done, but a running car is better than a not running car, so I'm happy.